Nothing ships with Enterprise. This is my Windows 10 11 Enterprise. Windows Store for Business. He didn't have to go through MFA. I can't really seem to get a good flow when I'm at the drive-thru of a fast food establishment. It even happens at Dunkin' Donuts. One of two things will happen. Every time I place an order, they say, anything else? I'll say I have a medium iced coffee. Anything else? I also want a bagel. Anything else? Give me a minute to finish telling you my order. What's the rush? And then sometimes it's the opposite. Double cheeseburger, large fry, I'll have a Coke, and give me an apple pie. I kind of went through the dish, the side, the drink, and the dessert. Anything else? No, we're done here. Steve Warner here from GetRubix.com, and today we're going to talk about a very common problem when it comes to activating Windows 11 Enterprise on an intra-join machine. No, that's the whole order. That's how much I hate myself for today. That's enough stuff. If tomorrow's a worse day, I'll come back and you could put a few McChickens on top of the burger for me. That's how you know things are rough. There are a lot of things we got to consider now that we're using Autopilot and we're not imaging devices anymore. And one of the big ones, the questions I still get asked is, what do we do about Windows Enterprise? We're going to assume everything ships from the OEM. And if it's coming straight from the OEM, it's going to have Windows Pro. Nothing ships with Enterprise. So the whole idea is it's going to start with Pro. My user is going to sign in. And then based on the license the user has, the device is going to flip to Enterprise. They call that subscription activation. So here we are in my tenant, and we can see my user, Rick Jones. We're going to go to licenses. He has EMS. He has the Defender, Intune Suite. There you go. Now, a lot of you have this as part of like E3 or E5, but this is my Windows 10 11 Enterprise license. So as long as this is assigned to Rick, any machine he signs into that already has Pro should immediately jump to Enterprise. All right, so I just signed into the PC with one of my users who has the license here. And when I go to system, I can already see Windows isn't activated. So if I click on activation, it's telling me they couldn't connect to my organization's activation server. So it's still on Windows 11 Pro, which makes sense. I also don't have a Pro key on this VM. But the reason this is happening, even though I have the license, is ultimately going to be because of conditional access. Conditional access, I feel like, has become the new, it's DNS or it's certificates. It's like the butt of an IT joke as, well, of course, it's always this problem. But conditional access is really important, but it's also powerful. So oftentimes it gets in the way of things like this. And in this situation, that's exactly what's happening. Most organizations have some default baseline conditional access policy that says, regardless of who you are or what you're signing into, you at least need MFA to do it. And then perhaps you have something that looks at the device compliance, or you have more stringent policies for other apps. But oftentimes I see something that looks like this. So if we look at our conditional access policy, you can see I have default MFA and it's turned on. And it's targeting all users. But now here's the interesting part. So it's targeting all users, and the only grant control is you need multi-factor authentication, which I don't have a problem with that. Your users should have multi-factor authentication. The problem is when we look at the target resources. So they changed it to all resources, and this used to be called all cloud apps. And that's going to get all your Microsoft apps and all your apps that are essentially integrated into Entra. Now, oftentimes in Exclude, you'll find Intune or Intune enrollment so that we're not prompted with anything when we're enrolling a device. So what does this have to do with the Windows Enterprise activation? Because the activation is attached to the user license, we have to be properly signed in. And even though you sign in when you're, setting up an Autopilot device and logging into the machine, oftentimes Microsoft has a lot of background services that need the user's primary refresh token. And you'll often see this as requiring an interactive logon, meaning it needs that MFA prompt. The problem with these type of logons is they're non-interactive, meaning they're not going to prompt in any way. So what's the fix for this? Well, luckily it's very well documented. So the Microsoft Learn site has an article for Windows subscription activation. They call out that if you have a conditional access policy, you're going to need to exclude one of these cloud apps. And they're actually the same thing. The name has changed over some time, but the GUID is actually this 45A3301. I'll throw that in the description below. And this can actually occur on the initial setup or if the device has been offline for some time. So it's really important we have this. So let's go back to the conditional access policy, and we're going to click select specific resource. So this is on the exclusion. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. And you can see it shows up as Windows Store for Business. We'll click that and we'll select. And now that that's excluded, I'm just going to go ahead and save the policy. So now when we log into Rick's device, which just went through Autopilot, and we go through settings, system activation, we don't get any of that. So we didn't have to go through MFA because we're excluding that component from the conditional access policy. So Windows is going to be able to go out, activate without getting any kind of an interactive prompt. And I would say that's the experience we want. I encourage most folks to add that exclusion to the conditional access policy. There's really no threat to doing that. It's not a risk. All it's going to do is make your enter, join, autopilot experience smoother, and also keep away problems if a user's been offline for a while and the device tries to reactivate its subscription to Enterprise. Let me know if you run into this, what your thoughts are. Hop into the Discord, and we'll be seeing you.